My Hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm your sister with the curly braids. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm pleased to be a contributor here live on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Be sure, beloved, as you come in, a little bit of housekeeping, if you would indulge me for just a few moments. As you come in, beloved, please come in giving us the big thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. You can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. I have missed you all so, so much. But again, I can't thank you enough for the past few weeks and months for your extraordinary patience. Today's going to be another brief war briefing. You can tell with my voice. I'm tending to myself. I'm tending to my health. For those of you that don't know, I'm always very transparent that I have been on a very serious years-long journey, health journey. And so my schedule has been different lately. It's not been consistent. I'm on different times. And I know some of you say, well, Vicki, you're on different platforms. And I see you here and there. Yes, beloved. So thank you so much for your patience. We are making an impact around the world on more than one platform. But you're here live right now watching me. So I'm going to ask that you give us a big thumbs up, share, share, share this broadcast. Would you? Thank you all so very much. There's been so many amazing things that's been happening where our voices are being seeded, our voices are being heard in other places, in other spaces. You know, it's written to despise not small beginnings. You never know what the seeding does. You all know that I teach you all the time that it's not called broadcasting for nothing. Are y'all hearing me? It's not called broadcasting for nothing. And that is to say that broadcasting is a word, it's an agrarian word. Broadcasting is a word that has to do with farming. So when you're broadcasting something, you're seeding something. Somebody talk black to me. And we have been, over the past few years, and we're going to continue to be very intentional about our message. Are y'all hearing me today? Our goal is to inform and to inspire and to give power to our people. Talk black to me. Our goal is to provide our people with every necessary resource to overcome and to win in this battle with white supremacy, that we might build a new world. Are y'all hearing me today? Big shout out to you, our beloved family. Shout out to our beautiful moderators that are in the digital building throughout the broadcast. They're going to be putting some important links in the chat. Our moderators are in the chat highlighted in blue. So please be sure that you take note of such things. Would you, family? Thank you so much. We are already aware, beloved, that a lot of times folks have been complaining that the Vicki Show, you're not getting notifications or you find it difficult to find us. That's what they call shadow banning. So we thank you for still getting the word out, showing the clips of my show. At the bottom of your screen, there should be a share button. If you hit the share button, you can copy the share button and you can paste the link on your other social media platforms. Are y'all hearing me today? Thank you so very much for doing that as we speak. On the count of three, and we're getting ready to get right on into our topic. Hopefully you're able to see me okay. Looks like I'm having a little bit of a tech issue for some reason with my device here. But on the count of three, for those of you that haven't, give me a minute to start this over. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to share, share, share. Are you ready? Y'all got to make sure that I'm not screaming for real today. Y'all know I'm always saying somebody scream for me. So I'm going to need you all to do that for me today, okay? Thank you so very much. On the count of three, let's hit that thumbs up button. Share, share, share. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. I didn't put out any posts today either that I was going live. So thank those of you so much who are tuning in. And we trust that the right people at the right time will hear this broadcast and beyond. Thank you so much. Now, dear family, for today's very brief war briefing, you all know what's been happening on our planet. Somebody talk black to me. What y'all know about that planet? The word planted is a word that I adopted, believe it or not, from the dynamic ancient mama duo, Diamond and Silk. They don't say the word planet. They say planted. Talk black to me. So, beloved, I just want to remind you that there's been a lot going on our planet. Now, why does Vicki emphasize our global authority as the original people? The reason I emphasize that to us is because we have lost, thank you, beloved, thank you, is because we have lost just how extraordinarily powerful we are, who we are, where we come from, and not just who we are. Y'all ain't ready for this. You got to join clubvicki.com, my weekly mastermind, for more to come on this. But what we are. Beloved, we're more than what meets the eye. Did you all hear what I just said? I said we are more than what meets the eye. So I often remind us that though our planet has been taken over by an open enemy, the ownership rights to the planet don't belong to those who are responsible for our near 500-year oppression. I like to remind you, beloved, that we are the original owners of this planet. I teach you to think big. I teach you to believe big. And my goal is to restore your sanctified mind, vision, and imagination. Talk black to me. Now, though our world is dealing with a lot of turbulence, when I remind you that we're at war, it's good news, because I want you to know the reason you're facing resistance, what we can do about it, and to know there's a new reality on the horizon. I tell you often what? That when a woman is getting ready to give birth, how many of you all know that there's often pain involved, bloodshed involved? Somebody talk black to me. Stretching involved. A lot of money, a lot of resources, and a lot of inconvenience to other people, including the mother. Is that right? But if there's moaning, if there's pain, if there's bloodshed, how could there be something good on the horizon? This is what I'm trying to get you to understand for us. Though we're dealing with difficulty, I can assure you there's a new reality on the horizon. It's even written that creation is moaning for the manifestation of folk just like us. Talk black to me. So I'm here as your sort of metaphysical, spiritual midwife to help us to give birth to a new reality that's coming. But there are some parts that's going to be a little messy. But it's not going to last forever. Now, with that being said, beloved, we know what's been happening for the past almost 2 years, this global emergency. Now, you all know that due to censorship reasons, I'm not using technical terms. I'm pulling terms and phrases that we're going to pull from the Victionary, not the dictionary, from the Victionary. Are y'all hearing me? So read between the lines, Black family. And before some of you all say we need to get our own platforms, I'm trying to do both, beloved. I'm working on that. I'm working on trying to get our voice in a on other platforms that are not so restrictive. Talk Black to Me, specifically the Vicki Dillard family, which is why I'm so honored to be a part of several other large platforms where my messages are aired and heard. But in the meantime, we're here because this is where you are. Are y'all hearing me today? So we know that there are censorship. There's censorship that's going on that prevents us from being as explicit as we like. You all understand that we have been directly affected by that in more ways than one. Talk Black to Me. So I'm going to use alternative words, and I want to be clear. Here's my disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I don't give medical advice. I don't go into details regarding all of the ingredients that's alleged to be in the juices, the apple juice, the cranberry juice, orange juice, and the stuff. I'm highlighting some of the other questionable and suspicious tactics and things interconnected to it. I always advise you to make sure that you consult with your medical practitioners. I always make sure to let you know to do your research. Yes, believe it or not, at cdc.gov. And once you go to cdc.gov to do your research there, make sure you go to noi.org and look at the two-part series called Beyond Tuskegee. I'm going to need somebody Black to talk Black to me. That's right, Mr. Hotel, spike juices. Now, because I have from the beginning warned you about a lot of the stuff that we're seeing happening now, not because I had direct knowledge of some of the stuff, but because I have direct knowledge of our open enemy, and I understand the nature of what 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 calls the man of sin. Y'all play too much. You all know that when I'm speaking about scripture, I'm not speaking about scripture just in a religious, a parochial, narrow context. The Bible is a book, though it's been tampered with, though there are multiple versions of it, and we know our open enemy has misused it, there are still powerful gems that are within scripture. And the Bible is a sacred book that's used amongst many spiritual practitioners from many different backgrounds. I'm going to leave that alone. So when I'm talking to you about parts of scripture, I'm talking about their relevancy. I'm not talking about from 2 and 4 and 6,000 years ago, and you can't connect the dots to see how it makes sense or how it's germane to you today. Listen to your sister with the curly braids. Instagram, y'all get ready to come on over Instagram to flynewbeingqueentv.com because I need to use this device. Instagram, come on over now to flynewbeingqueentv.com live on YouTube because I am going to need to use this device. By the way, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. I'm so excited, notwithstanding the medical journey, notwithstanding my lack of technical knowledge. We managed to hit over 40,000 followers on Instagram. Yay to you all as I continue to grow the Vicki brand, and so grateful for platforms like this one that assist. Thumbs up, share, family. Now listen. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says that day shall not come except, in one translation says, the man of sin or the man of lawlessness be revealed. The man of lawlessness, this man of sin that the book is talking about, is not some invisible entity underground. And it's not just somebody that's coming down the road for what they call the rapture later on, that's going to control the world in a certain way. That's not the only relevancy of that text. The man of sin, no doubt, deals with an individual man, but it also deals with a people who are masquerading the planet. that has unusual power that they're misusing. They're masquerading as something that they're not, which is why it says the man of sin, listen, is being what? Revealed. That means if something is being revealed, that thing, that man is literally right under your nose and you didn't know it. Talk black to me. Come on over Instagram to flyNewBeingQueenTV.com. You must understand, family, that it is also written where our opposer is styled in scripture and other biblical sacred texts under different names. Even the country we're in is styled under a different names. The scripture speaks in algorithm. It speaks in code, and we need to properly decode it. And the people that's on TV that's giving you demonic exegesis are misleading you so that you will never properly identify the man of sin. Because if you can't identify a target, you can't hit the target. God, today, somebody scream for me. You can't hit a target, you can't see. So as long as you're being misguided, as long as you're being pointed in the wrong direction, not only will you be missing the mark or sinning, because that's what the word sin means. The word sin comes from a term that's known in archery as missing the mark. Thank you, Latrice. Latrice says she's screaming for me. But not only is that the case, when you don't know who the enemy is, you might actually be cooperating with the enemy and participating in your own undoing. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Very brief war briefing today. All right, Instagram. Let me upload this now. Instagram, I'll see you at flyNewBeingQueenTV.com. As I upload this there, family, as I upload this now, keep giving us a big thumbs up, and share, share, share. Share this broadcast, please. Now that we're clear that there is a people that's operating on our planet, so black to me, that's masquerading as something that they're not. The reason platforms, shows like this, the reason sometimes we're under heavy attack, to those who are respect. That was my upload on Instagram. All right. The reason why, beloved, my show, platforms that I'm on, like this one, are often under attack. The reason why some of our Black revolutionary brothers and sisters who are telling the truth are under attack, beloved, is because we're about the business of revealing and exposing that man of sin that's been masquerading as your friend, God, today. Lord, I wish somebody would scream for me. We are exposing that one who claims to be your friend. Those who tell you, put us in power, I'll remember you. Those who say, give us everything, but we'll give you nothing in return. The threat, beloved, is that we are educating you, inspiring you, and we are being, yes, mocked, persecuted, not only by members white members of the dominant society and white supremacist people, entities, and systems. We are being persecuted and mocked even by Black-looking people who work on behalf of the white supremacists. Y'all better hear me today. The reason why they are mocking and attacking folk like me on alternative platforms, the reason they're making you feel like you're dumb and you're not as intelligent as them, is because they know bit by bit, little bit by little bit, we are pulling off that mask of the man of lawlessness. Oh, I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to be strong. Thumbs up, thumbs up. We've been pulling the mask off because our people haven't understood that they've been playing the banjo. They've been shucking and jiving. They've been dancing with the devil. Y'all better talk black to me. The man of sin being revealed. Now, for the past couple of years, you all know that we, like folk in the right to choose movement, who say, though we may disagree with them about the issue, certainly, of abortion, their narrative, their talking points is they have the right to choose, and that the government cannot breach their sovereignty over their bodies. In fact, that's in the Constitution, beloved, that we're supposed to have sovereignty over our own bodies. The very people who say they are pro-choice and that they have the right to do these things, and that say that the government has no right or authority to tell us what to do with our bodies, these are the same people now. That's beating the drum that you should be legally discriminated against. Joe Biden gave a speech the other day where Joe Biden, with his funny looking self, Jim Crow Joe, he came out the other day and said, watch this. He said he was losing patience with us. Jim Crow Joe just came out the other day and told everybody that has been unwilling to take vacations, read between the lines. Those of you who are unwilling to take your vacations, he said he was getting sick of y'all. I'm thinking fed up. And as I was watching this press conference, I was looking at his funny looking self, thinking, who in the is he talking to? Y'all know I don't cuss, but I wasn't thinking of Jesus' words. Talk back to me. I said, who? This fool got up here on an international stage and told us, grown-ups, people who have our own bodies, he said, he losing his patience. No, fool, you losing your mind. How many of you all know anything about Black households having Black mamas, Black daddies, Black grandmamas, and Black granddaddies? Y'all, I'm 42. I'm born and raised in Mississippi. I live in the Wild Wild West right now. Some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to have to school some of y'all. Because see, some of y'all new. You're a new breed of Black people that clearly are under the control of the modern white supremacists in ways that's new. They, black mamas, black daddies, before the words came out of their mouth, their entire disposition changed. When you said something in a black household that was so outrageous and that was so disrespectful, the look said, who are you talking to? Before their mouths said anything, the movement of their neck, the way they breathe changed. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? The breath, the heart, the beating of the heart, the pulse, the room. If the room was hot, it turned cold. If the room was cold, it got hot. Talk back to me. Their backs could be turned to you, but all of a sudden, a feeling of dread would come on you if you breached, not breached, but if you breached that respect for the black mama and black daddy. But if the backs were turned, if you was in a different room, something in the atmosphere changed. Like all of a sudden, it was a Halloween movie about to happen. Right now, you're in a haunted house. Why y'all laughing at me? And you knew I did some, I said something, I just did something that wasn't good or right. And maybe my life is about to be over. Talk black to me. That's how I was when I heard Jim Crow Joe's funny looking self as a president of the United States say it, because they gave us a voluntary opportunity to drink this juice. Because you Negroes in particular, I'm paraphrasing, because you Negroes in particular didn't respond to our coercion, because you did not take the $100 we offered you, because you trained your babies not to be punked at school, not to take the money, because you refused our bag of weed, because you rejected our overtures of back that thing up, but you gave a new rendition involving the juice and the jab. You said you rejected our free rides. You rejected us giving you a free bag of groceries. We offered to take you and all your kids for free down there. We told you we was going to talk to the people on your job. We said we was going to make sure they gave you a couple, 3 extra months rent free in your house. We said we was going to cut some more checks, stupid. And you Negroes did not voluntarily, you rejected the seduction. The reason many of you rejected it is because folk like me and folk who've been doing this as old as I am, like Minister Farrakhan, have been cultivating a black conscious mind. We have, little bit by little bit, been delegitimizing and removing the mask of the man of sin. I'm going to need somebody black to talk black to me. So what they do now is they've been mocking us, and they select the voices that are going to parrot their talking point. They're going to bombard you with gas commercials, grocery commercials, hair care commercials, car commercials, comic commercials, perfume commercials, music commercials. They're going to bombard you with all manner of propaganda to program you subconsciously. And those overtures have not been working on enough of us. And they're getting, as Joe Biden said, running out of patience. Let me ask y'all something. Who is Jim Crow Joe talking to? Who does Jim Crow Joe think he's talking to, telling us he's running out of patience? Joe Biden telling you he's running out of patience with your body. Joe Biden, in the land of the free and the home of the brave, who claims to be the head of a democracy, is telling you in breach, I don't want to misquote the proper part of the Constitution. I don't know if this is the 13th Amendment, but I need to look it up to double check, where we're supposed to have sovereignty over our own bodies. They're telling you that you don't own your own body. Y'all better listen to me. When someone tells you that they're getting ready to give you directives or a mandate to force you to do something, they are telling you that when you do not voluntarily comply with what they say is good for you, then you are going to be forced to do something. You better ask yourself, is Vicki right that we're at war? They're telling you you don't have rights over your own body. The very ones, including the ACLU. Did you guys know that the ACLU is being real quiet about these mandates? Family, the very ones that said it was illegal to go to war after George W. Bush and his administration lied to us. They had all of America on board to go to war illegally. And because they pimped your emotions and because they made you fear, they were able to remote control you through their programming, through the help of the media, through the help of some of y'all's church pastors, only for us to find out tens of thousands of bloody dead bodies later, trillions of dollars later, and years later, we learned that that was a big, fat lie. So who is this Vicki? Who are these black talking heads that we didn't credentialize, that we didn't give a degree to, that we didn't deputize, that we didn't authorize to speak on this subject? Who does this woman think she is to tell you? Somebody scream for me. Y'all know I'm dealing with. Who does she think she is? And others to tell you that you are smarter than them? Who does she think she is to tell you? And I've borrowed this quote that was used in another context years ago by Michelle Obama, that we have an unwavering belief in our own intelligence. Family, how many of you all are familiar with the story in Genesis where there was a serpent, a devil, that slithered his way into conversation with the woman who was already made in the divine image of the Creator? And the only thing the serpent said to the woman, he just threw a little bit of, did God say that? It was subtle. Who are you to believe that woman that has a gavel with her multicolored outfits, curly braids, and her leveled up Apple Mac laptop. Talk black to me. Somebody, let me hit the gap one time. Y'all know it wasn't leveled up for some years. Who she thinks she is? To tell you that that official system over there that has millions and billions of dollars in equipment, staff, and budgets, that has access to government, people, places, and things in the high places. Who does she think she is? And they're freaking out because do you all know that the numbers show that more and more people are getting their news from us? They're getting their news from social media and other platforms. So they think that when they do these efforts to silence us, that it's going to work. But what they don't know is that there's an army that they can see. Somebody scream right now. And there's an army at work that they can't see that's causing us to have the momentum and have the favor. It's written in 1 Corinthians that the Most High, the Creator, would use, watch what it says. It says, not many wise men after the flesh. It says, not many noble, but God uses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And they think that by putting out government hit pieces on me on websites, they think that by demonetizing the platforms I'm on, or suspending or preventing certain shows that I do, or making it difficult for others to find me. But they don't know they're being played. Where my Muslims at? I'm going to need my Muslims to correct me if I get this wrong. Where my Muslims at? See, we got to know how to properly, rightly divine the holy sacred text because they all speak to benefits for us. Somebody make sure I'm saying where my Muslims at. Does it say in the Quran, family, something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing, that basically the enemy plans, it uses another word, but then God, Allah plans, but indeed, Allah, God, is the best of planners. Tell me if I got that right. Y'all don't understand that even when it looks like we're losing, we're winning. You all don't understand that power comes in small packages. You don't understand that dynamite is small, but it can do great damage. Okay, some of my Muslims telling me I got it right. They said Allah is the best of y'all talk. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to get you to see that power in this season. Where my day ones, y'all said, Vicki been saying this for so long, y'all tired of hearing it. What if y'all finish the sentence for me? How long have I been telling you? Haven't I been telling you that power in this season is coming from where, family? I said, I've been teaching you that power in this season is coming from where? It's coming from what? The ground up. Power is coming from we who are nobodies. We who are the voiceless. We who they call felons. We who they say, well, he don't have official degree. Power in this season is coming from the ground up. And we're unstoppable. It's written. I ain't even got to my story yet. It's written in James. I'm trying to give you the right interpretation of the scriptures because see, you all, they've given us a religious text. They haven't told you how the book, it's a coded book that tells you about your power and that gives you the heads up on how to access your power. The book of James says to resist the devil Finish it for me while I pull up my article I'm going to read for you now. Somebody finish that scripture because they taught you that this is just about some invisible devil. Somebody finish that scripture for me from the book of James. It's written to resist the devil and he will do what? Finish it, somebody. Somebody finish it for me, beloved. Somebody finish it. Oh my God, I got some intelligent black people in the building. See, they told you that this was just an intangible scripture or text that didn't have nothing to do with you. I want you to feel powerful because there is a spirit that has been unleashed in the earth. How many of you all remember Vicki saying last year that there was an energy in the spirit that's been unleashed? Oh God, I forgot. I told y'all that a long time ago. How many of you all attended my courses, my 3-part, 2-hour angel series I did a long time ago, where I told you that there was an angelic force, a divine entity that gave us the heads up on some stuff that was getting ready to go down. And this was when Trump was in the office and there was a major sign. Lord, people, I don't need to speak for myself. Spirit speaks for me. Naturally, Tura, she in here, she said, just said it. JoinClubVicki.com, you'll get access to some of those metaphysical courses. They want us to feel like America, who is powerful, extremely powerful. They want us to feel like she's the only form of power. Family, our collective power together. When it comes down to spirit work, when it comes down to our magic, do you know that when we unify, we create a new power, a new energy? I'm not saying for us to go it alone. I'm saying let me get some for real riders. And let's become a force multiplier to each other. Not reckless, because the scripture says that you're not supposed to be ignorant of the devil's tactics. So the enemy has some real tactics. I just happen to think that our collective wisdom and our collective unity can overcome it. The scripture says to resist the devil. And what will happen? Some of you don't even try to resist him because the devil has made you think it's all powerful. Y'all finna just make me go crazy. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. I've been teaching you. I've just been reminding you, for example, 1 John 4:4. It says, greater is the spirit that's in you than the spirit that's in the world. It's not that it's easy to overcome. It's just that when we unify, we are capable of overcoming it. But sometimes the people behind the curtain try to make themselves be more than what they are. Because see, when you fear the enemy and you think the enemy is all powerful, you don't even try to resist. You think it's out of the question to question. Lord, today, you don't even think it's possible. Misha said, come with the biblical receipts. Don't play. I'm trying to show you how they're relevant to your life. I'm trying to tell you how the ancients tried to give us the heads up so that we would win. I'm trying to tell you what's written in those books are more than what they told you. God, today. Thumbs up, family. Vicki, get on to the article today. I know somebody, when I'm done with today's war briefing, somebody put the timestamp in the bottom, so when let people know the time that I'm getting ready to talk about the story. Talk black to me. You all know I like to talk to you, your physical self and your metaphysical self. I talk to your natural self and your supernatural self. Why? Because you're more than you know. You're more than what meets the eye. And my goal is to speak to your multi-dimensional self. Talk black to me. Again, family, we're not using the technical words on the Vicki Show. You all know I don't even get deep into what they call conspiracy theories. I tell you to go to cdc.gov. I tell you to do your research. I tell you to consult with your doctors. I tell you to be intelligent. The Guardian newspaper, look at the headline. So D.L. Hewley, Jamil Hill, Roland Martin, Joy Reid, the Reverend Al Sharpton, Don Lemonade, Rachel Maddow. Rachel was the first white lady I mentioned. And others, y'all list their names. Your black bootlegs have been shaming us. Your black bootlegs know that there are about 7.67 billion people on the planet. Is that right, family? There are about 7.67 or so billion people on the planet. Follow me on Instagram because all these questions, follow me on Twitter. I've been putting all this stuff out on Twitter and Instagram for days. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Listen, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I've been asking. I said on Twitter, this was a few days ago, I said, there are 7.6 billion people on the planet. I said, why in the world we're only hearing from one little short doctor who keeps, he says one thing, but he keeps changing the goalposts. You mean to tell me we're looking at this one doctor or those that are within the same school of thought as that one doctor? You mean to tell me there are 7.67 billion people on the planet and all we're mostly hearing on this subject is one doctor? Y'all listen to the talking points I'm giving you because I want you to use these talking points. I want you to use the talking points where I say we have the right to choose. I have another one for you. I thought that when it comes down to the medical industry and your health, I thought we encourage people to get a second opinion. I said, I thought we encourage people to get second opinions. I thought we encourage people to get alternative opinions. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. What did this headline from The Guardian say, family? Long as you can see, you don't have to say the words in the chat. Can y'all see the headline? Just acknowledge if you can see the headline. You don't have to write the words in the chat, but can you see the headline? Yes. New York hospital to stop delivering babies as staff quit over vacation rules. Y'all read through the lines with the word vacation. Do you all know how Joy Reid and all the rest of them keep trying to say we're stupid Are we going to listen to all of the healthcare workers, or are they going to selectively pick certain ones to push a certain narrative? See, you all don't hear me push. You all hear me acknowledge that this is a real situation that we're dealing with, right? You just hear me say, why don't we bring in homeopathic, holistic doctors, alternative folk, so that we're addressing this with an all hands on deck approach? You all been hearing me say, if they're just like when they give you diabetes medicine, blood pressure medicine, heart medicine, even when you're taking those other pharmaceutical medicines, don't they always tell you, get some sun, take a walk, eat fruits and vegetables? I'm saying, how come they're not telling us to do those things in addition to vacations? I'm saying, if this is such a serious global emergency, why aren't we treating it like that by having an all hands on deck approach? Do you all understand? I said this to you days back. I said, if this is what they say it is, why is it that those who are the biggest makers of the biggest juices, the makers of the juices, I asked you all a long time ago, why is it that they have legal protections that other people in the pharmaceutical industry don't have? Since it's safe, since it's effective, why are they not allowed to be held accountable in case something goes the other way? Joe Biden's funny looking self said the other day, he fed up. His patience is running out. Joy Reid and them is they're telling us we should see this. They say this is safe. We're saying fine. So take away the legal protections that y'all giving them. In case something go wrong, we can at least hold them legally accountable. Then we'll all go revisit this. How about that? How about that? Isn't that fair, family? Since you said it's safe, nobody should be tripping about being held accountable legally. Why is it they have certain legal protections? Why are they legally protected from accountability since it's safe? None of us are sitting here. I'm not saying for sure this is wrong, this. I'm saying the stuff around it. We got some questions. Just a couple, 3 questions. I used to hear an old man say, couple, 3. He didn't say 2 or 3. He didn't say 2 or 3. He used to say, this old man I knew. He didn't say 2 or 3. He said couple, 3. See, they trying to paint us as nut jobs and conspiracy theories over here. Baby, that's not what Vicki, don't confuse the Black community's hesitations and intelligent questions with the white supremacists. And notice, family, they're demonizing you because you're doing homework. Joy Reid tweeted out the other day a tweet where she was mocking us. I saw one Black lady who's a Black speaker and author. What's her name? Lovey. That Lovey lady tweeted out something like, your vitamins ain't approved, so why you care about this juice? And I'm paraphrasing what she said. Joy Reid is making fun. They're mocking us, saying we're trying to act like we're intelligent. Joy Reid, as dark as she is, meaning melanin, she has beautiful melanin skin. She is treating us like we're too uppity. You got white people's Black people who have the darkest, most beautiful shade of melanin that's out there. The darkest of the dark. They're looking at us and they're telling us, you Negroes are getting uppity. Y'all doing y'all own research like your research matter. You got the nerve to rely on your own thinking? Joy Reid tweeted that out, mocking people who were doing their own research. Thumbs up, family. For those of you that don't know, I do a weekly spiritual mastermind for only $1 clubvicky.com. Join today. Your life would never be the same. Many people have given untold testimonies, literal results in their minds, their businesses. People have literally said they have been healed physically. People have literally said they wanted to kill themselves until they heard my voice and my message and me banging on the gavel. People send me testimonies of their children that have autism, that says breakthroughs with their autistic children, or that their babies come to attention when they hear me giving hand claps and gavel raps. I hear folks that tell me they have elderly parents that suffer from dementia, but they say for just a few moments, listening to my voice, my message, my crazy style, they come to. I could cry right now. People have told me of financial breakthroughs in their families that they've received because of my teachings and webinars. Go to clubvicky.com to see some of those testimonies. Go to my fan page on Instagram. There are testimonies there. Go to my page and go through several of my posts at Vicki X Dillard. My work credentializes me. Join today for only $1, clubvicky.com. I see one of my longtime supporters. I'm not going to say her name right now, but her name starts with an N. I'm not going to say her name. My sister and I have been dealing with a private thing. There's a certain prayer and a certain request that we've been dealing with together. And I was just talking to her about that particular request. And she and I discussed the fact that what's happening in the world right now, what if that particular request went a different way? And how it might have affected her life had it been answered in a certain way that she and I both may have wanted. But when we submit to Spirit's way of doing stuff, y'all ain't ready for this. Let me get off of this. Clubvicky.com. The link is in the chat. Clubvicky.com. 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 Back to this article. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Look, y'all see the headline, right? The Guardian newspaper. Why do I read from certain mainstream newspapers when I'm dealing with these kinds of topics? Because some of you all, when you hear it from us as Black media folk, if we don't use a well-known white publication, you act strange. Your inner raccoon can take a sigh of relief when you hear Zaddy somewhere in it. So you know how sometimes when somebody is addicted to crack cocaine, somebody's addicted to heroin, somebody's addicted to even a certain prescription drug. My doctor, some of you all remember some of my videos, even from a year ago, my face was so blown up from steroids and biologics and other drugs, you may not even recognize me today. Even though I'm still on my health journey, I'm addressing it a little different. They didn't want me to just get off some of the steroids because of some of the adverse effects that I ended up having later, because I was so sick of them. I said, I'm about to throw this. I was fussing with my doctors and saying, if you don't get me off this mess, can't sleep, it's making my symptoms worse, hormones all over the place. I mean, no wonder people be wanting to do stuff crazy. It don't be you, it's that stuff. And that's prescription. They tell you to wean yourself off of drugs, wean yourself off of that stuff. Some of you, I got to do this so because you can't take me just cold turkey putting you off of Zaddy. See, I got to wean some of you Aunt Jemimas, you Uncle Ruckuses. I can't just cold turkey pull y'all all the way off of y'all Zaddies and y'all Miss Anns because you just have a crazy, you start getting the shakes. Talk black to me. You go crazy. That's why I call it a raccoon rehabilitation center. I would be an irresponsible spiritual healer. God, today. I would be an irresponsible spiritual healer if I just cold turkey took y'all off of Zaddy. Talk black to me. So when I'm giving, go to the white magazines and then come in and do this and then scream at your black scream. When I start giving you the blackness, I gotta balance this out right. God, today. Why y'all laughing at me? Stop playing. Y'all know y'all gotta hear from some of them a little bit to make it all right. Then you be like, okay, I can go. I can listen to the next sentence she says. Since Zaddy in there somewhere. It's for you. See, I know what to do. I ain't no natural doctor. Go to your. Y'all know I don't play about that. But I'm a spiritual kind of God today. Let me read this again. New York hospital to stop delivering babies as staff quit over vacation rules. Y'all know what the vacation rules are, right? Listen. So this is going to make you feel better that I'm not making up these statistics and these stories. A hospital in upstate New York will at least temporarily stop delivering babies later this month after too many employees resigned over you know what mandate. Y'all think about that. I wonder, is Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, Don Lemonade, Chris Cuomo and them, Lester Summerall, what's his name? Lester Holt and them, wonder if they gonna bring on these healthcare workers. Because all the healthcare workers they show you are the ones at them hospitals that say they overwhelmed, they be sweating, they say they about to quit because they overwhelmed with the vacations. Y'all better listen. They resigning, y'all. Quote, we're unable to safely staff the service after 24 September, Gerald Kayer, chief executive of the Lewis County Health System, told reporters. The number of resignations received leaves us no choice but to pause delivering babies at Lewis County General Hospital. Y'all listen. Amid alarm over the highly, you all know what, and continued evidence that the vacations are both safe and effective, New York State has required healthcare workers to get the vacations whether they want to or not. That's me throwing in my 2 cents. Here we go. The mandate makes room for medical exemptions, but excludes religious ones. Hospitals and nursing homes must comply by September 27th. Nearly 3/4 of the staff in the Lewis County Health System have received the jab, including 30 employees after the mandate was announced. But another 30 resigned, 21 from clinical areas, and 165 remain unvacationed. Essential health services at risk, Kayer said, not because he said of the mandate. He keeps going on trying to make excuses for the mandate. The mandate ensures we have a healthy workforce, that we're not responsible for transmission in or out of our facilities. It says already, what is already? Y'all know I just made that up. Already chronically short-staffed, the Lewis County General Hospital maternity department took a debilitating hit after 6 of its employees resigned from the obstetrics service. Another 7 are still deciding whether to get the vacations or leave. It says officials have not adequately staffed the maternity department and newborn nursery. The unit's nurse manager was already working shifts as a staff nurse to fill out the schedule. Watch this. Watch this. The last part of the article gives a quote here. saying how CARE says that they unequivocally support the vacations. However, this article, along with others, fall woefully short, y'all, of talking to the healthcare workers, many of which, here's another one from NPR. If it's this NPR headline says New York hospital will stop delivering babies as workers quit over the vacation mandate. How come the other article from The Guardian, which is supposed to be a reputable, really European piece, article, a publication, why aren't they hearing from specifically from these healthcare workers, many of which are longtime healthcare workers? Why aren't y'all hearing from them? Why didn't they quote them about their specific concerns? The NPR piece. If a conflict at one New York hospital over vacation mandates for healthcare workers is any indication, the Biden administration's new effort to mandate vacations for millions of workers could be in for an uphill battle. Let me tell y'all what I tweeted the other day. I tweeted the other day that the Democrats are master miscalculators. Let me say it again. I hope y'all are picking up all of these talking points I'm giving you to run with. I said the Democrats are master miscalculators. They don't know the pulse of the people. But they're in for a rude awakening. They don't understand that not everybody is Joy Reid. Not everybody is Simone Sanders. Not everybody is Al Sharpton. God, today. Not everybody is that pimpable. They're using the same old media psychology tricks. But what they didn't count on is that there's enough of us whose minds have been renewed. And when you're dealing with psychology, psychology is about the mind. Psychology is about thinking. Psychology is about programming. But we've been working undercover. We've been working underground to recreate a new mind. Y'all play too much. Tell them, fan page, Vicki Diller. Vicki Diller fan page. I didn't start it. They started it. They trying to tell you that pimpable is from the dictionary. She's trying to let you know where you can get that word from. And I'm trying to tell these dictionaries now, don't you come out with that word next year like you did with some of our other Black words talking about you added it to your dictionary. I'm getting ready to handle that word in a minute in my book that's coming out, in my book of words. Thumbs up, family. My name is Vicki Diller, for those of you that are just tuning in. And I'm pleased to be a contributor here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. As you come in, please come in giving us a thumbs up. Be sure to like, share. You can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when some of the queens here go live. This is just one of several platforms I'm on. So just so you know, when you get the alerts and notifications, you may be getting a notification, not just from me, but from the other lovely ladies that are a part of this platform. Again, you can text Queens to 31996. Be sure to follow me, though, on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Now, listen. What did this last sentence of this, it's really only one sentence for this first paragraph, and this NPR article say? It says what? Biden's administration's efforts, what? Could be in for an uphill battle. The White House is taking steps to require that millions of American workers, like federal workers, contractors, and certain healthcare workers, get the juice. Y'all already know the story on that because I've already covered that. Watch this. In New York, where former Governor Andrew Cuomo mandated that all healthcare workers in the state get the vacation, employees at hospitals and long-term care facilities needed to get there first by September 27th. At local hospitals in upstate New York, dozens of staff members, y'all listening? Dozens of staff members walked away from their jobs after refusing to get the vacation. It says that the move has seriously disrupted care in the process. Lewis County General Hospital in Lowville, New York, announced Friday that it's pausing its maternity services later this month because dozens of staff members quit rather than get the vacations. Let me ask y'all something. Let me say something. I've been very transparent. On the count of three, for those of you who have, let me say this real quick. I'm going to say this about myself personally. On the count of three, hit that thumbs up button. Would you? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Watch this. They've been trying to say we're stupid. They're trying to tell us we're not smart and educated. Watch this. What about these healthcare workers? I've been hospitalized more than I can count. Someone said to me on my Instagram page, after I called out another celebrity for bullying us, someone said to me, Vicki, you're not well. So I'm surprised that you're not pushing the juice. First of all, if you don't go sit your funny looking shit down, I declare I'm on my healing journey, first of all. And me being transparent about a years-long autoimmune illness related to one of my major organs don't give you the right to run your funny looking mouth. But since we're talking about it, the issue I had was exacerbated. If you don't know what that means, it was made worse because of the biologics that were injected into my body, because of the steroids, and because of other medicines' slowness. Some of the medicines I was on, biologics means these are medicines that they injected into my body. And then over time, I would have to sit there sometimes for hours while this medicine was intravenously placed in me. There were other biologics I took where after I go to the hospital or the clinic to get it, I would have to give myself, that's called a front load. They would ship me medicines, or medicines were delivered to me where I had to be taught. Medical staff came to my home to teach me how to give myself shots. And my family member, who's my medical aid care, she knew how to do it too. One of the medicines, let's just keep it, y'all want Vicki's business, let me tell you. I was hospitalized, got a hip infection so bad, I couldn't walk. I said I couldn't walk. The hospital had to call a specialist in to figure it out, where they took me underground. They put this long needle in me to pull out and to test what was in the side of my hip so that they could diagnose and see what was going on. And they said if this special doctor that they brought in couldn't figure it out through the meds, that they're going to have to take me under. Thank God, after a few days, they had to have staff come in to take me to the restroom. They watched me while I went to the restroom on this carrier that was attached to the ceiling because I couldn't walk. One of the meds they gave me affected another organ, and I had to be hospitalized over that. One of the other medicines induced a couple at least, different blood clots. One they thought was fatal. They were scared was going to go up through my lung. So now they saying I'm going to be on these blood thinners forever. My hair, my skin, my nails. I had to go to an eye doctor. My vision. And the eye doctor still didn't diagnose it right. Spirit showed me what the problem was with that. It was another medicine, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with my vision. When I used to go live, some of you, when I was used to see me do this, because I could hardly see while I was trying to go live talking to y'all. I was squinting. I'm not even talking about the vacations. I'm talking about the medicines that they were giving me to address the other issue. There are more things that I can't even get into right now. But I wanted to give you just that bit of insight to say it was the medicines that they were giving me that was making the issue worse. I have traditional doctors I work with now, and I have a holistic doctor that I'm working with, because the traditional doctors don't want to give me any more medicine, really. They just want me to go under and have major surgery. I've had a couple of other procedures before. I've been under at least, how many times maybe? I'm asking my medical aid, maybe 4 or 5 times. 2 with specific procedures to address this issue. I don't need Joy Reid's funny looking self trying to treat us like we're stupid because we're asking questions. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't saying it so that nobody will feel sorry for me. Talk black to me. That's right. Vicki did a fan page. I see what you said. That's right. Don't sit up here and tell me. And I was going trusted y'all. And the stuff y'all was giving me is making stuff 15, 20, 30, 70 times worse. Another medicine I was on. That medicine they gave me was because of the side effect of another medicine I was on. Went to the pharmacist to pick up my bag of stuff. This was some time back. Pharmacist said, "Oh, we can't give you this medicine no more." I said, "You all didn't give me any notice. My doctors didn't call me to tell me that you're supposed to take me off of that." Guess what Spirit allowed me to know, y'all? You know why they snatched that medicine? Without giving me any notice? Spirit let us see the commercial. And that's when I realized what was going on and why my pharmacist and why my doctors didn't say nothing. The medicine they had me on got sued and was found that they were directly connected to patients getting cancer. These are for regular, smegular stuff that's on the market now. So I said later, I said, "You guys, why didn't y'all tell this medicine is they in court?" Fool, this exact medicine. "Oh, we just got to stop giving it to you." No reason, no nothing, no heads up, no nothing. I had to say to them, "Wait a minute, what's this I hear about this lawsuit?" I'm giving you these things as principle to consider when we're dealing with anybody telling us what to do. Yes, Jackson, it was recalled, but on the low low. And I found out about it first through a commercial that says, if you've been on, y'all know them commercials that said, if you've ever taken so-and-so, 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 and you've experienced this, that, and the third, you may be entitled to some money. I ain't receiving the C word now, but I'm saying that drug that they mentioned, I was on that exact drug. Talk black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm bringing this to your attention from some of the sources that many of you all are familiar with to say that these healthcare workers, I mentioned about me being in the hospital, all this stuff. Do you all know who knew the most about my body? Some of the very healthcare workers that quit. How many of you all know that it is the nurses? It's the nurse practitioners that are the ones that pay attention to the subtleties that alerts the doctors or that notates your chart. How many of you all know that it's not the doctors most times that paying attention to what's really wrong? I'm saying put some respect on these hospital workers' names. It's the nurses, it's the nurse practitioners, it's the other staff folk. Sometimes it's the aides. When I was in the hospital and they were saying, ma'am, you want your bed made? You want your shower? It's sometimes the aides notice the subtleties. Y'all better put some respect on their names. They're the ones a lot of times. Why y'all playing with me? If you're in the medical industry, put a star in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put some respect on these people's names. Don't discount them, Joy and Donna Lemonade. Somebody just said these nurses. Y'all put some respect on their name. Shout out to all of them that's in the building. Let me tell y'all what I know. After I couldn't walk for days and didn't know what was going to happen to my body, I called the Black Nurses Aide out of nowhere and told her to come in there. I want to try to walk. That's after they were doing rigorous treatment on me. They said that treatment didn't work. It was going to be over. They was going to have to take drastic measures. And I was like, you and the devil a lie. Came up out that piece walking. Don't make me do a Pentecostal shuck it and jive on your funny looking self. Because I'll do it. They the ones that notice the little subtleties. They're the ones that were saying little stuff. Do this, do that. Put some respect on the other healthcare workers' names that are not necessarily doctors. They're the ones that pay attention to the subtleties. They're the ones that give the doctors a heads up. They notice what's not written. Why am I mentioning them? Because these are some of the healthcare workers that said you can have them vacations. So we just gonna play like they stupid and they dumb. We're gonna play like they don't know what they talking about. After they have experienced and seen, when I hit the button and my numbers are going crazy, I'm feeling strange, my body is doing something weird, the people that come in first to fix it, the ones that know the questions to ask me, because you know when you don't feel good, the last thing I want is people asking me a bunch of questions. But when you don't feel well, that can even feel like it's making it worse. But they the ones that know what to ask because they trying to narrow down what's going on. And when they ask me certain questions, it make me feel better because it's like they know where you're going to be all right. So you're breathing. Did you have this feeling? Did this happen when you went to the bathroom? Did that happen? Okay, that just means so-and-so, so-and-so. We're just going to give you that for now. Y'all, 5 minutes later, I'm all right. Look, I'm like a little girl. I'm so glad you told me that that's what it was. Because I wasn't sure and stuff. Y'all better stop playing with me. Shout out to our holistic doctors, homeopathic folk. They heal us in more than just with just a medicine and a syringe. I'm 42. When my mama and my medical holistic doctor baby me, I be feeling healed some kind of way. Today. When they say you're gonna be all right, I'm like, okay. That heals me for the moment. God, today. Makes stuff feel better. When they start saying, I know. When they say, I'm sorry, baby, but don't give up. It's not going to be like that. You're going to be him. I'll be like, oh, okay. That's a healing. How many of y'all know when the black mamas come to the rescue? Some of you all may be triggered because some of you all may not have had good motherly relationships. Thank God that you're here. Receive the motherly aspects that Spirit allows you to have through other people. Maybe it was an auntie. Maybe it was a church lady. Maybe it was your school teacher. Just receive it wherever it came from. I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done. Do not despise the way we heal each other. And stop acting like your open enemy has all the answers. Can I say something about these maternity workers? They're the ones that usher in human beings to the planet. So don't you act like they don't know what they're talking about. Somebody say shout out to the black doulas. Somebody say shout out to the black midwives. Do you guys know that when they keep bombarding us with a lot of this stuff, do you all know, in my opinion, because we're learning the things that can negatively affect our immune system. Do you all know that some of that propaganda they putting out there is not having the best influence on your immune system? It makes you wonder, are y'all trying to make folk? I'm just asking a couple questions. Let me tell y'all something. When I was in Head Start, not even kindergarten, Head Start, tell y'all a personal story. I was in Head Start. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, share, share. Y'all know every now and then I'll tell you a little secret Mama D story. I told you, my mama don't consider herself to be nobody deep or nothing, but she the most just powerful in simple ways. Watch this. Head Start. So that wasn't even kindergarten. It was this, we supposed to take pictures, y'all, on that day at school. I got so sick. I had the most terrible stomach ache. My teacher must have knew it was serious to the point to where the teacher called my mama to come pick me up, right? So they put me in front of the line in front of all the kids at the school on picture day. And child, years later, when I look at that picture, my face is like this on the picture, like. And the photographer said, oh, you look beautiful, beautiful. And I was so sick because even in the picture, because it was school, you know, they put me in front of everybody so I could go home. And this is me on the picture. And I said, oh, they lied, talking about I look so cute on that picture. But that's the best smile I could conjure when I was sick. Child, my mom come, pick me up. She used to drive a big old brown car that was putt-putting at the time. It was an old car years and years ago, before the family upgraded to a station wagon. What y'all know about them station wagons? So black to me. Y'all can stop playing with me. But that car, my granddaddy let my mama use. It was an old brown car. It was one of them cars that was made from stuff. Like you couldn't beat up the car would beat you up if anything, God forbid, ever happened with the car. So I knew my mama was coming from a distance, not just because the teacher said your mama is on the way, but because when I was waiting for her, you could see the smoke a mile away. God, today, tell the truth, shame these devils. The car was putt-putt and stopped. So I knew for sure my mama was on the way. Mama came to pick me up. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Y'all, let me show you. Don't underestimate the power of healing. Watch this. Sick as a dog. Watch what my mama did. Because I wasn't one of them kids that pretended like I was sick. You feel what I'm saying? None of us really were. Child, I was so sick. Mama stopped at a store. Guess what she got me? Y'all don't understand how black mamas do. The ones that love their babies for real. She left work, came and got me. Mama stopped at the store. Guess what mama brought me? Some animal cookies. And I think it was a 7-Up or a Sprite. It wasn't too sweet. It was cracker-like, because you know the mamas, they give you crackers when your stomach hurt. And so, like soda water, the bubbles that help the stomach. How many of y'all know that when I saw the animal crackers in the 7-Up, I was already feeling. Just knowing mama went in the store and bought me some animal crackers. So stop. God, today. Somebody talking about the castor. We used to have to line up for castor certain times of the year. When nobody sick, grandmama administered castor. What's the other one we used to take? Cod liver oil. So you had to have your peppermint, your orange, or your lemon ready. And grandmama, when she gave you the cod liver oil and stuff, she would click the top of your teeth. The click was the know it was in there. So when I got my animal child, everything was all right. How the baby doing? How your stomach feel? It's better. How many of y'all know it was just that little attention, that little love for that about 5-6 minutes? It was, you feel what I'm saying? It's other stuff. It ain't just physical. Talk black to me. Now I know I'm not, this don't sound like it match this global emergency that this world is talking about. I'm just simply saying, family, the maternity workers are people that usher life into existence. You're not finna tell me that Fauci the only one that knows something about bodies when you've got expert black doulas, expert midwives, and women that work in the maternity, and men too, that know something about ushering life in. We're not finna just discount everybody's everything when there's 7.67 billion people on the planet. We just not finna do that. We ain't finna push no conspiracy, but we finna say, no, baby. It's some other stuff that can help to mitigate this thing. It's the washing of the hands. It's making sure you're taking baths. It's making sure that everybody clean up major on Saturday and that the kitchen is clean every day during the week. And then you do this part of the kitchen. You do this day, and then on Saturdays, it was a major clean. We got to go back to saying it's safe to bathe and shower, washing hands, using bleaching water. Pine Sol is our friend. Let me get ready to get up out of here. Y'all play too much. Family, this went over today. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning into the Vicki Show. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Sign up for my weekly life-changing mastermind club, Vicki.com. I'm telling you that because I don't want you to despise what you know to do. Don't despise what you have, and don't relinquish your brains for somebody that's trying to pimp yours. Stop. We got to continue to have an unwavering belief in our own intelligence. Stay tuned for more information. I love y'all so much. What did I say do? Consult your doctors, right? I say consult your what? Medical practitioners. Do your research. Go to cdc.gov. Then go to NOI.org and look at the 2-part series called Beyond Tuskegee. And stop acting like everybody is smarter and more intelligent than you. That ain't the case. Protect your brains, your spirits. I love you so much, family. I can't wait to see you again. You are my bliss. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I bow to you. I can't wait to see you again.